We are going to figure out when manufacturing overhead turns out to be overapplied. Overapplied overhead happens when the overhead that we charge to production is larger than the overhead that we actually incurred. Let's visualize it with a simple factory dashboard. Imagine a bar for the overhead we applied to jobs and another bar for the overhead we actually paid. When the applied bar is taller, the difference gives us overapplied overhead. Now, to be precise, we use the predetermined overhead rate to calculate the overhead we apply. The actual overhead is what the factory pays for utilities, depreciation, indirect labor, and so on. Overapplied overhead is positive when the applied overhead exceeds the actual overhead. Consider the options. Running at less than normal capacity usually means we underapply. When the overhead charged to production is greater than the actual overhead incurred, that is exactly overapplied. If actual overhead is greater than applied, that gives us underapplied overhead. Comparing actual to estimated overhead alone doesn't tell us whether applied exceeds actual. So the correct choice is that manufacturing overhead costs incurred were less than the manufacturing overhead costs charged to production. That positive difference is what we call overapplied overhead.